Just like super heavy. Wired Magazine, the CEO of Wired Magazine,
Wow.
like just these masterminds who, like, you sometimes, especially in the Bay, you find yourself in places and you're like, wait, who are these people in the
Yeah,
room?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm
They
just
they look important, or
right.
you could tell there's an air about them, right?
Right.
Like,
Or if it's a really small event, you're privy to hearing some information. I mean, I've worked an event pre-pandemic that let me know that the pandemic was happening. I worked an
wow.
event in December of 2019, and I think it was for Visa or something.
Okay.
And I remember all these people came in the room, and some of the people were like shaking hands, and they're like, oh, I wouldn't shake hands. And people were like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, and they were starting to talk about the financial landscape of what's going to be happening. Why is it so important for people to have their like credit card networks and media together? Because Wuhan was already experiencing COVID, but it
Wow.
wasn't out in the U.S.
Yeah.
yet, and it didn't make sense, any of the things. But I remember the weirdest thing was that people wouldn't shake hands, and they were making jokes about the people who were shaking hands.
Wow.
And then,
like savages.
right,
Like,
and then 2-3 months
Neanderthals.
later,
Shut
I was
down.
in another corporate job of working with Kaiser, where I do really interesting work with Kaiser Permanente as a communication consultant,
Oh, cool.
and that I've done for years. And also, they had just people wouldn't shake hands, and that was when the cruise ship had just happened.
Oh, the cruise ship.
The
that got
cruise
locked
ship
down.
where
Oh, man.
got locked down, and there was
Oh.
the first introduction of COVID cases to the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on in a whole different like wellness cohort at the time with all these people that were in New Mexico.
Okay.
My tantra cohort, and I was like talking to them, and I was like, hey, there's this thing, it's called COVID. People are like hoarding toilet paper, and it's getting weird, and they're talking about shutdowns, and they're like, oh, this is never gonna happen. That's in the coastal, those are in the big cities. And I literally was telling them things that like 2-3 weeks later it was like sweeping into the center of
Wow.
the United States, and
Yeah.
they're like, you're the one who's been telling us all the things, and we've never believed you, and then things are happening.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so
it's
interesting.
crazy. I know. It's crazy that we
Yeah.
came out of it, and I just feel like the post-COVID world is interesting because there's so many things we've all sort of accepted, and just the prices of things going up, and just the distribution, and also learning that, like, as distribution of goods gotten centralized, that's where some of these systemic things can happen, because if there's a breakout somewhere, that it affects the whole country, whereas like things used to be more
The whole
localized,
world, yeah.
like say food distribution, or you used to get your butcher from a locally sourced place or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, everything's so centralized, and everything's so monopolistic, I guess, is as far as systems and companies, and
Yeah.
you look at the way
The
that
corporatization, yeah. It's really interesting. I was thinking about this last night, that whoever controls perspective controls the narrative.